Hello. I am now going to go through a tutorial to explain how our Firms Online website works. Firms Online is a online portal that we provide our clients in order for them to access information regarding their private equity portfolios. So I'm just going to log into the site. And immediately upon logging in, the landing page that you are directed to provides you a snapshot of your overall portfolio. You can see here on the left-hand navigation pane that you will have access to any sub-portfolios that you may set up. So in this case, I have access to Altus's various fund of funds vehicles. However, you could choose to set this access up such that you can view, for example, your buyout portfolio, your real assets portfolio, venture portfolio, so on and so forth. In addition to viewing sub-portfolios, if they are denominated in different currencies, you have the option to aggregate that across one single currency. And you also have period selection options here, so you can look at your positions as at the previous quarter end, the preceding quarter end, or also all dates, which is the default option. So selecting the various sub-portfolios allows you to update the page, and it will dynamically update based on your criteria selection. So this first set of charts just show you the commitments that you've made across your portfolio, split out by region, by stage, and by vintage. If I move down onto the navigation options and click on the financial summary link here, this provides you an overview of your portfolio at any one point in time. So this top chart just gives you the portfolio summary, showing you what has been funded, which is represented by the dark blue bar, what remains to be funded, which is the space up here, the portion of the portfolio has been distributed, and the remaining value in the lighter blue shade there. And then the chart at the bottom illustrates the J-curve progression as the portfolio evolves over time. So you can see from inception in 2008, the dark blue bars at the bottom represent the drawdowns, the light blue bars the distributions, you have the cumulative cash flow at the bottom, and you have the valuation at the top there. If I click to performance here, based on your criteria selection, this shows you the underlying performance results. So you have the realized multiple, the overall multiple here. You also have the realized IRR and the overall IRR as well across your various client selections, which you can automatically update based on the criteria selection that you'd like to see for the sub-portfolio that you're interested in. Moving down to investments, this shows you all of the underlying holdings that the private equity portfolio has committed across. So for each underlying fund, we have the percentage that you've invested in, total commitment, the commitment dates, total committed, drawn amounts, unfunded, distributed, and the latest valuation, which is as at this set date here. And all of this information is directly exportable to Excel. If I click on one of these sample funds, this again shows you a very similar snapshot for this one particular position that this APEF client selection has invested in. So this shows you, in the dark blue area, total drawn capital, what remains to be unfunded in the dotted area here, the distributed capital at the bottom, and then the remaining valuation in the lighter blue shade at the top. And again, you have the similar J-curve illustration for that one particular fund position. Clicking on performance shows you the performance for that one position at the net level. So here we have the net multiple, again the realized multiple on a cash on cash basis, both in the fund currency and then the overall client currency. Again, you have the overall multiple, then the realized IRR, and the total IRR. And the fact that the client currency is provided is quite a useful illustration as well. It shows in this case that this particular fund position in its own client currency, which in this case is euros, generated 1.45x. And because the overall client position is in USD, it shows there's a bit of a currency impact there. Clicking on fund companies shows you each one of the underlying portfolio companies across this particular fund. So we have information regarding the status of the portfolio company, the deal vintage, how much has been invested, how much proceeds the company has yielded, and the valuation along with the multiple. All of this information again is exportable, so I'll click on that link. You can see this portfolio company information has been exported to in Excel format, so you're at liberty to perform any Excel analysis or any further exposure information that you'd like. All of this data is sortable, so if you want to look at the largest exposures within this particular fund, it immediately allows you to see exactly what the largest positions are. And also just hovering over these items gives you an idea of exactly what each underlying portfolio company is actually doing. So there's a lot of information at your fingertips with regards to your private equity portfolio that you have access to through the portal. Moving down to fund transactions, this actually shows you each of the underlying transactions that underpin each fund position that you have selected. And again, this is all exportable to Excel. Regarding how this data is actually uploaded to the system, all of our fund recommendations that we recommend to our clients, we actively monitor, and we are actively inputting the information regarding the drawdowns, distributions, the quarterly valuations as we receive those from the underlying GPs. And as soon as that information is fed into our internal systems, it will be accessible through the firm's online portal for you to export and view at your convenience. So this shows the transactions for that one particular fund. If you also want to look across your various sub-portfolios by selecting the various entities there, you can click on transactions. And again, this has provided you that each of the underlying fund positions across those sub-portfolios, which in this case I believe is around 40 or so funds. And again, that information is readily viewable both through the portal and also should you choose to export that to Excel. You can open the file and it will allow you to access all of this information to do any internal attribution analysis or any other analysis or information that you require. So that provides you the information regarding the data portal of what is available through Firms Online. If I move over to the document access, the document archive allows you to access information with regards to your portfolio. So Altius will upload various documents, whether they be research reports, allocational reports, including our monthly deal flow logs, which we provide to our clients, any due diligence materials, including meeting notes, investment recommendations, and fund profiles, and also ongoing monitoring reports, including our quarterly reports and analysis. The filters allow you to quickly search for documents. So if you're interested in a specific manager, you can quickly access the information, and you can see if in this case we have formed an investment recommendation on this particular manager. And also if you choose to look at a portfolio report for your portfolio, this information is readily accessible, and you can see all this information is quite easily accessible and available at your fingertips. Thank you for your time.